Hello everyone. Okay, the fight is going. I don't know. It looks Chris to win here definitely, but there's a lot of shooters here and not a lot of melee left for anyone here. But Klisich's horses might be pretty important. Yeah, I mean, Klisic still has some horses, but he will have to attack with them instead of dancing, I think. Well, I mean, it's tricky, like, they have so many shooters that... Yeah, I don't exactly understand what was his plan here. Okay, so he baits with rogues and tries to get kills with the other units. I mean... Okay, and here... Yeah, this is what he should have tried. But this is also nice because he's going for both directions. So this might actually work. I don't know why he's going lobby. It's not over yet. That's weird. I guess they gave up. I'm not sure. was a bit weird because I still thought both teams could win this. It wasn't 100% sure that Klisic will kill everything. I would say he had better chance, but still. Long time, Harry. Okay, so they just gave up. Right, time to start banning. So, first bans are Waveonia and Double Roads. SoundCloud bans Tunes of Death and Riverlands. So far, D&Z banned pretty much twice the same map because if I remember correctly, Double Roads is a smaller version of Waveonia, more or less. At least the locations are similar. And these are somewhat wielded maps. Especially Double Roads has a high randomization spread. Dunes of Death and Riverlands, I think they are mostly regular, yet maybe a bit hard maps. Oh, Eden and Silver Heaven, somewhat normal maps. I would definitely not want to play Silver Haven against W33. Although, the problem with W33 is that he can play anything. So, yeah, but apparently he doesn't want any weird maps, so we have Arctic and Burning Skies getting banned. So no crazy Town Hall tactics, at least not as crazy as these maps allow. I'm guessing Nomad will get banned for sure. Probably Leaf Kid War as well. Frozen Fjords usually gets banned too, but it depends on the players. for W33 and Mitrelas, it could be nice. Actually, we're still waiting for Vovec to join as the second commentator, and I will be quite interested to hear his opinion about Classic and Teddy, because I didn't see too many of their games recently. Therefore, I'm not really sure what kind of tactic they will go for, most likely. A ban for Chaotic and Petra. Nomad is funny because it's almost always banned in the second to last round of bans. Everyone knows nobody wants to play it. Everyone wants the other team to ban it. I wonder if we had any games being played on Nomad. There was a game. Hello Kitty vs Uncle for Trash. I think that was the only game played on Nomad this year. What's interesting is that, well, I'm guessing most will say Mitrelas and W33 are the more likely team to win this game on paper. So what's interesting is that they lost the fight map, and this might be pretty important. Frozen Fjords and Nomad, okay. Just as I predicted. We're left with Klisic, Livkin and Mirage. I'm guessing they might not want Livkin. Mirage is alright, but I'm pretty sure what they will choose is Klisic in the desert, because we've got Klisic and Terry here, come on. There's no other option. Unless I'm wrong. Yep, I was right. Klisic in the desert it is. Okay. So no matter who wins this one, we know which team has... okay, let's invite Vovec here. Good. Hello? Yeah.
Here to speak. So...
Yeah. when I saw the 3 last maps, I was pretty sure what Klisic and Terry will choose, and I was not wrong.
Actually, you see, the map is named Shlisic in the desert, and you see one player whose name is Shlisic in this lobby. It's kinda, you know,
Yeah. That was
kinda
pretty
obvious.
obvious.
But the locations they will choose are under question.
Yeah, there was some difference between the locks. I think I preferred to play on 2-3 or 6-7, but yeah.
Yeah, it seems like a good idea because the first, I mean, location number one is probably the most random reliant, and if you get the random to the bottom,
Yeah.
well, it's really unpleasant there on 60. And the location number 4 is really friendly to Town Hall, and I'm not sure that they want to. I mean, the Ranked team.
Yeah. What
So
kind of strategies do they play usually? Drunken Jungle.
probably default, but Classic just showed sometimes that he can play Town Hall, but he wasn't very confident in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, from what I saw, looking at most of the players who try Town Hall, it takes a couple of games, and usually you also want to find your own way of playing it, because some players just want it for support, and some want to do some Iron and Town Hall strategy, which is like the most popular Town Hall strategy, I think. And some will try to add some horses or other stuff and make it a bit more weird. So if they didn't play many games with Town Hall, then I don't think they will risk it in this game, unless
Yeah,
they
that's
were
true.
silently training, of course.
That's true, of course, but sometimes, well, you know, it's just that players have the like maybe 10 years experience of playing that strategy, so that's why they actually do it. I mean, iron plus leather. But in my opinion, learning to play iron plus gold is much easier compared to this default one. But locations are still under question. Yeah, I just like your option, like 2+3. But the fun fact that there were 7 games on this map, and the locations 2+3 were never chosen. It's
Really?
mostly 1+2, and probably only one time 3+4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so 1+2 mostly.
2 and 6 are horrible locations. It's like under question fun.
Yo, Class and Evening Thunder. If anyone else has some issues with reading text on the stream, let me know, because I have one report about that. I'll check myself. Oh no, it should be fine. Should be fine.
I must mention that actually location number 2 and 6 accordingly can be favorable for Town Hall if they have initial placement on the top, as there is quite fast access to free gold mines, and the overall amount is 5, which is kinda nice. But it's not guaranteed. If you spawn on bottom, you will probably pass on that idea and just play
Yeah.
default.
Yeah. If the storehouse is placed at the top, you kinda don't have any other option, because we don't have space to do anything other than Town Hall, from what I remember.
Thunder, it's your personal opinion, I must say. Some people, for example, Classic and Ritter, they are thinking that the location number 1 is the most difficult and not pleasant. Even compared with number 2. One really disturbing fact about location number 2 is the bottom stone, which is completely useless.
Michelas has a nice ping.
Just look at W33 ping. Have you ever
Yeah,
seen something like this?
rarely. Oh, but the pings are pretty good in general today. It's a server in Russia, I guess, so
Yeah, in Moscow.
yeah, me and Mitrelas should have slightly worse ping, but it seems kinda fine. Yesterday I played a game with Brazilians on a new US based server, and everyone had something like 120 ping. It was completely playable.
That server is located in Chicago. Thor
Yeah,
is the host.
yeah. I know I helped him a bit, so yeah.
Uh, I also want to mention that the netcode in the latest beta, I mean in beta overall, and some few previous as well, it's like just beta. So when someone has like ping 200 or something like that, it doesn't affect that much on the others
Yeah,
compared to 6720.
exactly. I think a few non-laggers have a bit easier time playing beta than they used to in the previous one.
Old netcode, by the way, was the reason why it wasn't possible in previous versions to play with 12 players or 14 in one lobby, counting spectators.
Oh,
So after
that
that
I didn't know.
optimization, it became possible.
I didn't know it was that bad. Right now, even with 12 players, it's pretty fine as long as you don't have a really bad lagger, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So look, 2+3.
Yeah, just like you predicted, or at least suggested.
I thought that was your prediction. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
I will need a peacetime pause for a minute. Nothing unusual though.
Yep. There we go. Let's see the randomization.
Well, I see it. So that's definitely not the town hall placement on location number 2. I mean, it's really like strongly to the bottom and right side. Just look at it.
I mean, unless you take this, if you
You
really
probably don't.
insist. Yeah.
You probably don't want. Probably only one. One is maybe okay.
Yeah.
But actually, that's not a problem because for 60 peacetime you can easily exist with those mountains to the left from his storehouse, and then just get like in later stages you can just get from the top. Class is pretending that he doesn't know my voice. How funny. What about buildings, by the way? No, is there a no? Okay, no old unlocking order.
Farm. Okay, so the left side can make a farm, and that's it, I think.
So what about the initial resources? 53 loaves of bread for classic and W33. And that's kind of fortune playing this map. Others maybe not that good. So we'll see.
Yeah,
About
I would say that both players will have pretty terrible food, starting food. So yeah.
79 gold chest. That's a pleasure
Mm-hmm.
for
A
classic,
lot
and
of stone too.
quite the opposite for Terry and the Mithrilas, because their numbers are the lowest, probably like 52 or something like that was initially. So they must be in a hurry to take the gold and gold production without any
Yeah.
delay. The overall position is quite good. So seems like he has some issues with that
Spikes.
server. Yeah, that just might be, but there are some other options in this version. The Kisek one is probably the most stable for everyone.
Yeah. So no surprises for W35 and Classic. They're both going for stone first.
Uh,
Well, actually, it's a bit surprising because they have a lot, but they
it's
have
quite far.
also, yeah, it's quite far, so they kind of have to do
And
this.
also, it's not only stone. By going there, you also gain trees, and I think
Yeah,
that those trees will probably be cut off. So
maybe.
that's because that's will build something like the center of their town. I mean, this area between mountains, as it usually.
Yeah,
So they can
I mean,
plant trees to the side, to any side.
yeah, unless you decide to go to the left, because there's also plenty of space there. A bit awkward that space is, but it's possible.
But they will still probably prefer to build everything near their stone, and the top mountain is more reliable compared to those little four.
Hmm.
You probably want to build maybe 2 quarries there, not more. So for now, Classic and W53 are almost similar, but what about the other players? Nothing special, I suppose, so. Felling those trees. Kinda
Yeah,
interesting rush to this quarry made by Terry.
yeah. I'm trying to understand why. I mean, the other mountain, the one closer to Storehouse, is kind of small.
Yep, so probably 3 will be there. I mean, this spot is between buildings, I suppose it's for another quarry.
Yeah, yeah. But it makes her base a bit too big very early into the game, so this is a risk. Michelas might be doing the same thing, but slightly slower, and he makes buildings along the way.
But more quarries on the top instead.
Yeah, also that.
So he's safe.
And neither of them even tries to go to the right side for the gold. It's not exactly along the way, but it's pretty
Yeah,
close.
I would probably expect to do this
Oh,
road, like, imagine this area like rectangular, if I'm not mistaken. For example, as terrace location and just make initial road on the left side and then move to stone. It's like the same distance, but with that road you will be closer to Gold Mountain and Gold Mine. And this I just see something like a maze or snake, like Catch the Snake single player map. What is this? Letter S.
Looks funny, but
And
as long as stone production will start working soon, this should not be a problem. She still has 14 stone in storehouse. I think this might be fine.
and only 2 of quarries ready right now, as this building is surprisingly woodcutter.
Yeah.
So and she removed those plans, but the amount of stone is not really
It's not safe, but it's probably going to be fine. Like,
we'll see. Keeping in mind the fact that they must rush to gold, as the initial amount was like 52 compared to the default 60. And
I'm pretty sure she's already late with gold. Just look at Mitrelas. It's much better how he's doing right now.
Yeah, I should agree. And I would probably do the same, because the first mountain is just closer. I will leave only one mine there, with one coal mine and one smelter, and then move to the bottom. Kinda interesting building order. We'll see what are the consequences.
Well, as you probably can imagine, I would just take all the gold mines because I need that town hall. But
yeah, for town halls, definitely, yeah. But for default, it's not like that. Probably only one there.
Okay. Now we can see Klisic is already rushing for the gold, but W33 isn't. Ah, sorry, he is. Sorry, Klisic completely ignored his close gold mountain. That's fun.
Yeah, interesting decision.
Yeah.
Probably it's like a town hall, or because for default I don't see any sense of doing that.
Yeah. I wonder how could a town hall base look like on such a setup. Like, if he really wanted to make a town hall that badly, I would just ask Terry if he can use maybe 1 or 2 spots in the
right
her.
one,
yeah. Ah, you can only use 1. Oh crap.
Yeah, there is only one. This big mountain is only for 2 mines overall.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Well, that's for balance sakes. So.
Yeah, I mean it's balanced, alright, but from perspective of making a town hall, it is annoying.
Of course. That's why it was actually done. So.
Yeah.
Not sure though, because this map was designed for 6720 initially, but it's just fit well to better realities.
Yeah, but still, it's like you could just take 1, 2, 3. Oh crap. Yeah, these mountains first, and then go to the north. That's how I would do it. Okay, a change of server, it seems.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the tradition tells that I have to write long time when I join a lobby, so... These are the clan rules.
Despite the fact that this time was actually short, so...
Yep. Okay, so yeah, as I was talking about Classic, W33 will have an easier time to make gold production for sure, although timings will be somewhat similar somehow.
Well, W53 already? has a gold mine, and he's
Yeah.
playing metallurgist.
Mhm.
So not that sure about
Okay,
that.
yeah, you're right. I don't know why I said that. Never mind. But so far, his base is based only on one road, and he's trying to mitigate that by making some farms on the left and probably making a road to the stonemasons to the top soon.
6 stonemason. Well, he's run out of gold, so probably he's just building it in advance as he has no stock on while having only 4, so 5th is probably late, so he's going to build 6, but for now his game plan is completely not clear for me. I just don't understand what I'm watching in this road as well. So he's not planning a farm, though he has all the possibilities and had it in even 5 minutes ago maybe. So I wonder. It doesn't look like default, but his initial spawn is definitely for something default here. I don't know.
Yeah.
And actually, this fast iron mine might also be of use. I mean, with early storing, for example.
Yeah, I don't understand why people don't like to do that. But on the other hand, this costs some wood, I guess.
Well, only free to
That's
store.
some. Yeah.
And I mean, serfs. It required some serfs to store it and to bring that
Yeah.
ore to smithies later on. That's for sure. And probably it's not always available, but I cannot be sure completely.
Oh, and just like I was a bit complaining about Klisic going for the gold mine at the north when he had one near his storehouse. Look at what W33 is doing now. Although he might be going for the wood more than the iron, I guess. Yeah.
It's just both. Maybe now he wants to build a woodcutter, but it's also a good opportunity to build iron mines later on. So,
Yeah.
of course, if he wants to build a iron mine, he could do it with that which is above the storehouse.
Seems like Mitralas's ping is not so nice even after changing the server.
And he has both stones and timbers in his storehouse. Fifth quarry is ready only now, and he's kinda late with building all of those woodcutters.
Yeah.
I mean, there is quite a lot of little forests on this map, and usually you cut half of them because you need to clear space to build everything. But
Yeah.
seems like here he's a little bit late. He's building his second sawmill, but I don't see that big stock of tree trunks, so it's of a little help.
Yeah. I mean, all he needs is to make one or two more woodcutters, uh, and he's gonna be fine. So it's not a huge issue, but it will definitely take like 2 minutes out
Some
of his
kind of a
base's life.
slowdown. Like for some minutes he is slowed down, so
Yeah.
because right now he's limited in his building options because of that.
Indeed. But does he have any advantages? Like, for example, mod farms or something? Not really. Everything
Well,
is standard.
confirmed that Classic is going to play Town Hall, but I really don't like this decision because why? You have quite the opposite respawn, and against all the odds, he decided to make that long road to the top
Yeah.
just to take all the gold mines while W53 already has 3 farms.
Yeah, I mean, as a Town Hall fan, I cannot say the same. I like the decision. I just don't like the execution, you know.
Okay, we'll see, but I just think that it's really too far away.
Yeah, that's what I meant by not liking the execution. Doesn't really make much sense to go so fast to the north when you have like 3 gold mines you can take quite near the storehouse. It kind of explains. I mean, the setup of the stonemasons kind of works with this setup of the gold mountains top, but he could still wait a bit with going for them, because right now the base is super long, quite early into the game, and this is always an issue.
Well, there are not that many buildings on the top after all. The 4 by now it will be 5, maybe 6, but not more, as he continues to build on the bottom. I mean, his metallurgist and stuff like that. Phyllis is kind of lagging, but
Yeah,
okay.
this is starting to become annoying, to be honest. We could try switching to the Netherlands server, but I don't think it's gonna help much.
I haven't seen it here. And the issue is that I personally have issues with Netherlands server.
Ah, really? Yeah, I think
don't-
it might have lagged out for everyone once in a while, but usually it's fine. I don't know what's up with it, because it's actually my server. It was like when the lags happened, I checked the server, and there was like nothing suspicious going on.
It's something
So
like the portal that narrow place. I mean, somewhere just my packets and from server, the sending is not correct or something like that. That's something like
yeah,
my individual specific thing. Sometimes it
yeah.
can happen with different players with different servers.
I know what you mean. Yeah. Well, it's really unlucky for Michelas and for all of us, I guess. This might even mean postponement of the game if it continues to get worse, and it does get worse.
Class is writing that Netherlands server are the best. Well, if you're talking about VPN, that I am agree with you. But maybe not about knights and merchants.
Yeah. That's why I said I understand your issue completely. Yeah. Well, the upside is that it's not me lagging this time, but at least my conscience is clear. Okay.
If you open the citizen statistics, you can see that Terry is in a serious trouble.
Well, thank you for desperately trying to talk about troubles in the cities, but the biggest trouble of this game is back again. Alright. This is fun.
He was dropped.
Yeah. Uh, maybe he can switch to mobile or something like this. It's always an option.
Yes, as it's Knights and Merchants doesn't consume that much traffic if the mobile internet is limited. Is the mobile internet is limited by gigabytes in your country, by the way?
Yeah, that's the standard practice. But it's like I used to play on mobile internet for quite some time, quite a few years ago, and there's like no issue. There's as you said, there's not a lot of stuff going on between the server and the game clients. So
Yeah.
mobile is just fine. There's not much data being sent. And the pings are actually pretty okay. They're not like super nice, but you shouldn't go higher than 100. Not
Some,
even close.
somehow Classic's ping here is quite higher, but
Oh yeah.
he's probably okay, but I don't know.
Oh well. What?
It's class.
Is this another class and Maxi fake? Okay. I can see 18 viewers, but I can't say how many of them are real. After all these years, I finally have my own army of bots on Twitch.
I think it's just Class who is watching the stream with all of those accounts. Him just giving us like some kind of explanation that actually we are popular, but
Yes, it's like
all in all,
having.
it's only Class who is watching us.
It's like you were in a rock band and you were having groupies, but instead of a rock band, it's KaM, and instead of groupies, it's class.
Bots, please send the plus sign in chat.
Oh, I was about to say that somebody was laughing at me having just chatting category at Twitch yesterday, and I was about to say it turns out this is what we'll be doing today, just chatting. But right now, Michelas went back.
Issues with VPN. Well, if
Why?
he uses VPN, it's kind of obvious.
I mean, yeah. Why would he even need one?
For Knights and Merchants, it's kind of
Yeah,
interesting.
exactly. Yeah. But it's better now, I think. I hope.
Probably he's working. He's playing on his work, so something like that.
That's possible.
Yeah, and some kind of packet monitoring or stuff like that. So I just know that some like Georg, for example, used this because he's working and he's watching. He's even watching my streams through VPN, and because of that, he has advertisements.
Yeah, that's the standard practice, and I know these problems from my work as well, but then I don't play on my work PC, so I don't have such a problem here. Okay, you were saying something about Teddy's amount of citizens.
Yeah,
Oh,
and just
crap.
in top graph. Yeah, on this like F3 graph, it's even worse and more noticeable compared to like it's only 27 serfs.
Yeah, in situations like this, I just make a second school very early. I also have this problem often because I kinda forget about clicking in school all the time. But this is pretty rough.
Yeah, I think that second school here is almost must. Speaking of positive moments, the amount of farms for her is also good, and probably Mithrilis is also facing some issues, but not with gold, but timbers. Look at it.
Yep.
2 sawmills is not enough for him at this moment, so they are full of tree trunks, and but buildings are not ready to be built.
Yeah, it's hard for me to understand why he doesn't even notice this.
And I just like
he's making that one.
farm position of Terry. I mean, it's like 3, but it can be easily become 6, and they will work.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of having issues with wood production, I think we can add Teddy to the list.
Yeah, which makes her have 2 issues with gold, both with gold and timbers, and this is kind of disaster.
Yeah. I mean, this usually means kind of GG for your base if you have both these issues, because one usually means you can't fix the other, and as we complained a bit before, she went for a bit big base with a lot of roads. I mean, the buildings are really spread on the location. So this does not improve the situation for the little amount of serfs she has.
This wide spreading is actually a good practice, but if you have enough resources.
Exactly.
This map allows you and actually encourage players to do so. But not in this case. She decided to build that stone on the bottom, like for further plans, but the amount of resources said hello, and here we are.
Yeah.
What about W33? Kinda traffic jam here, but
Yeah.
the overall amount of resources is quite fine. 4th farm is going to be added, and 5th one as well. Yeah, that's what I actually expected from playing on location number 2 with such random. There is no need to rush on that top, but
Oh no, not
What?
again. Mitralas is lagging out.
I mean,
The
interesting
VPN
that
comes back.
I don't feel it like that strong as it's like showing us 2,400, 800 or something like that. It doesn't feel like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, what
Right now
it is.
does, yeah.
It's feasible, yeah. Well, speaking of classic, his decision to make that many mines on the top. Well, I'm looking at them, and they have like 4 or 3, or they're almost full, and that makes them not work permanently, and that's a bad thing for town hall if your metallurgists aren't like don't work permanently. So
you know, when I'm looking at his city, I think I would do something like put a couple. Yeah, placed the beacon 5 seconds ago. Nice. Put a couple of gold smelters here along the way instead of making them all at the bottom. Maybe make the town hall somewhere like here, I don't know, in the middle, and this way it would make a bit more sense because they're gonna bring a lot of gold to the town hall. And right now,
I mean,
you see the issue.
This placement is can work, but it's very vulnerable. When you have enough of serfs, everything is okay. But once you have some kind of issue, and then they won't do stuff in their father's regions of the city, and if it's a gold mine, you stop producing gold, and therefore citizens, and therefore it's like a circle with no end, and that's a thing that it's better to be avoided. But
but look, right now it looks a bit better. I think he just made some of these gold smelters a bit too late because right now the gold mines are almost empty. So maybe it's not that bad.
it's just like a voyage or something like that, because serfs, it's probably not enough of them, but they've done all the job on the bottom, and they went to raid to the top with like 15 of them. They got all of that ore, and where they will return is under question.
Yeah, so the serfs will basically do a lot of context switching. Like they'll do jobs at the bottom, then they'll go for the top. Yeah, this is not good for your base, I guess. Unless he had much more serfs than the other players, but he doesn't, so
Well,
it might not be nice if you compare him to the others.
almost the same for W53. It's like 2 serves difference and
Yeah, yeah.
5 to Mithrilas.
Yeah, I mean, relatively, if his base is less efficient because of these long roads, then it's worse for him when he has the same amount of serfs. If you see what I mean.
Yeah, understand this. Difficult to judge because they are playing different. I mean, he and W53 with the same initial position, they are
Yeah,
playing different strategies, so it's difficult to judge.
indeed. Of course, Town Hall can. I mean, Town Hall strategy has its own upsides, so maybe in the end it will be fine.
We'll see.
Let's take a look at our favorite lager of this game, maybe. Wood production seems fine right now.
Yep. I just don't understand the decision of building the third iron mine at the bottom when you have an easy access to build it at the top.
Ah, yeah, here. Yeah, that's funny.
I mean, for coal, it's like okay, so it's like there is a double road with the possibility of making, I suppose, armory workshop between it. But well, kinda amusing. And I mean, what's the point of getting that much coal from the bottom? There is the possibility of making it on the left, where the
Ah, yeah.
largest coal bus is located.
Yeah, yeah. The base would definitely be more compact that way.
He's still ahead of Terry anyway, so.
I mean, yeah,
Yes.
with how bad so far it was for Terry, it's probably not that hard, but yeah.
So she solved her issues with gold, but now still some issues with wood and food right now.
Yeah.
The bakery and butchers are ready, but only now. And as I can see, there is no food left for her, and only one fisher and second to be added. But now it's not ready. One timber there, she's decking.
But what's
So
interesting is that Michelas is a bit slower right now with gold as well, so his problem is not as big as Terry's, but he also starts to have some gold problems.
it's about tempo. We should also count that, because the earlier you have those, the better is the overall performance for your town.
Yeah. Whoa, I just looked at Michelas's gold graph, and it's like he started doing gold earlier, but right now he has exactly the same production as Teddy, so it doesn't look
Yeah,
good.
but that difference, if you see that kind of triangle between
Yeah,
the yellow and the blue line, it's also valuable because of tempo.
exactly. Yeah. So if Michelas had this little more gold a bit earlier, then his base didn't break down at the moment when it did for Teddy. I see what you mean.
Okay.
Well, at least Teddy realized that if you can't do iron production early enough, you can at least gather the iron ore early enough. So this is a good decision.
28 compared to nothing. And what about graphs? Well, Terry's higher,
Oh yeah, indeed.
like for 15 or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's not the advantage for now, because not only that required, but also to
Yeah,
process
but
it somehow in the next 20 minutes.
yeah, but at least this gives her a chance if she can fix her food issues, and if wood is okay, then she can make mod buildings at the same time and kinda make a comeback in this game.
I just look at it and I'm not satisfied.
Yeah.
Some kind of a double row there is definitely required.
Oh yeah.
With all that stream of gold ore and stuff like that from the top.
Yeah, I mean, looking at it, it's kinda obvious this issue would happen. I wonder why we didn't notice that earlier.
I
Classic
have no
probably wonders the same way.
have no answer. So
Yeah. Like just
the
make a
only
second road between the farms or something.
yeah. The only problem with no issues here is probably W33.
That
What a
doesn't surprise
surprise.
me. Yeah.
Well, sometimes he also has not his best games, but here everything looks smooth.
Yeah. The
No
base
issues
looks
with
like somebody worked for 30 minutes on a pre-built map editor.
Rebuilding on this map is a really interesting idea.
Yeah. I mean, it just looks like that, of course.
Probably he just has a lot of experience playing it here, so
Yeah, precisely what I meant.
while you cannot make an actual pre-build here, but you can learn about the patterns of this map.
Mm-hmm.
There is quite a lot of those patterns, but they are limited after all. So sooner or later, you will learn them all. Unless Classic once again update this map and turn everything upside down, so
Mm. Ah, this one. Yeah, the one in the middle of the. Yeah, but he's actually going there right now for some extra gold. Because
I don't think that he needs to grab new wood somewhere. He can just make additional. He can just make additional woodcutters in already existing points. For example, this one. That's not an issue, I think.
Yeah.
Of course, getting from the top is also an option, especially when he will build a gold production there. That's like an inevitable, because those mountains are kind of small. The bottom ones.
Well, I clicked the warfare stats in the corner of the screen, and I was about to say it looks extremely good for the bottom team, but then Klisic has 150 gold so far and still 15 minutes. So the biggest problem is what Teddy has.
Well, six. He's trading. Okay, timbers to gold ore. Okay, let it be. The second market is idle.
Yeah, I think Klisic will easily have 300 gold in peacetime, but the iron is kinda meh. But if he has something like 30 iron, it's probably okay.
No, he won't get 30. Maybe I think 20 as maximum. Not
Yeah.
even sure about that. Though he has 4 iron mines, so it's possible.
I mean, in 15 minutes, 20, about 20 I'm sure, but anything more, we'll see. Ooh.
36 iron ore on Terry's storehouse. That's not what you want to see when you have 14 minutes left.
Oh yeah. Whoa, Teddy has only one iron smithy. And didn't even make the weapon smithies yet.
That last bot seems kinda suspicious. Maybe, probably 2 of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Really suspicious. Oh, can I do it like this? No, can't. Oh no. What happened?
I must say that if we compare the primary resources, I mean corn, iron ore, Terry is not behind, but just open the coal graph.
Let me see.
And that's actually
Oh
the
crap.
answer why her amount of iron and all the iron stuff is so low.
Yeah.
There are only 8 coal mines by now, and I think that they are like almost brand new. So that's like
Yeah.
a disaster. She needs a lot of time.
Yeah, she has to play catch up a lot in this game, so this is pretty bad.
I mean, she has possibilities because once again, the amount of corn and iron ore is like corn is literally the same. Iron ore is higher than Mithrilis as far as I remember. Yeah, a bit, but higher. So the only the only thing she needs
It's time.
is time, more coal mines, probably one extra iron smithy just to process that stock to be in time, and probably not 2+2 but 3+3 even smithies, something like that.
Yeah. I just doubt that she will get the time she needs, because I don't think the bottom team will just wait patiently.
Where are all the real players? Well, beer is spilled on the battlefield. E-Star is playing. Look, W33. LT is commenting. Hello, Sado. So what do you need?
Exactly. Yep, but at least Mitrelas is still here. But Beer Clan was a bit
Yeah,
bigger than that. Yeah.
yeah, that was like a beer joke, but actually Mithrilis is here, so...
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but E-Stars were somewhat alive in this tournament, as 10 bots in our chat could probably agree with.
Yeah, those tags is something, you know, like, they are not functioning as they used before, like some clans, guilds, and all that stuff to play with together, to train newcomers and stuff like that. So it's just
Yeah.
like, you don't feel that you are an important person if you don't wear any tags, so you just put something. That's actually
Yeah.
what I did with that 33 peacetime tag. It doesn't make any sense, but I just use it.
Yeah. Or like the FU tag or FU tag that two people are using.
For example, Gross has like RVB, some like Russian vodka is the best, and that was actually a team something like 9 years ago, contains of him and Grandpa, and still then they both were the stag and stuff like
Okay,
that.
didn't know that shortcut actually. Looks like Teddy's behind, like. Okay, it's more complicated than what I wanted to say. So we have W33 with already something like 20 swordmen that can be made right now. Then we have Mitrelas with not enough swords, but at least he has 23 shields and armors. And then we've got Klisic with, well, he could do, let's say he could do 20 pikes slash crossbows. And then we have Teddy with only 12 shields and armors, but no weapons. So it's there's like 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes left to try and overcome this problem with iron.
I want to say something first for Mithrilas, and his lack of swords is something like not a coincidence. I see it for probably third or even fourth game in a row. For some reason, he just fallen behind with that sword amount, because his pattern is like build 2 armor smiths and then add 2 weapon smiths later, and something always goes wrong, so he is not in time to do that. They actually lost a game against for Deutschland because of that reason, because they both actually W33 and Mithrilas, they didn't have enough swords already. And the second factor is that players don't know it, but just look at Battlefield. They have that black hole with bridges, right between locations number 3 and 7, which makes any assaults, well, more difficult. Like, a lot. Yeah, I see that you are fighting right now against Klaus and his bots in chat. That's actually what is required.
Just trying to do the minimum needed to not get me banned by Twitch.
Yeah. The thought I wanted to bring you guys is that this black hole really limits your like assault possibilities. So this is like kind of helpful for Terry, I must say.
Yeah. Before I got distracted, I wanted to somehow joke about Mitrilas playing with Regis too much, but there we go. Because in case you don't realize, Regis is also known for not having enough souls on peacetime in pretty much every game, or at least most of his games.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, it's
maybe.
like a meme, like since a couple years. So
Plastic on the other side needs more iron or armors because like 9 is required. Probably the third armor smithy would fit well, because I see that all the fourth existing right now are full of resources, like over full even, with that 5 unit limit. Amount of gold probably will be something like 250. This is kinda interesting.
Yeah. I mean, makes some sense, but then you can't make more than 7 towers. Oh, the dagger strikes again.
Better now than later.
Agreed. Anyway, you can't make more than 7 towers, so it's an interesting choice. It's hard to make towers on this map, I guess.
The only team where this option would seem nice is probably Hell Kitties. But because they just enjoy all of that invasions into towns. But actually, I'm just looking at Classic and his town condition. He's in huge need of extra food. He's in a huge need of extra iron armors, but instead of this, he's probably building. Okay, he sacked a lot of fired, like retired a lot of builders, so he has only 13.
Yeah.
So he cannot really upgrade his economy anyhow, but probably the third armor smithy would be really nice here, because for now he made quite a lot of serfs, but no militias, and actually those serfs are quite useless because they could potentially be extra gold chests in town hall.
I mean, yeah, but this is the price of having such a huge base. You can see that most of them are actually busy. He has like three serfs standing, maybe 5, yeah. But also, as I mentioned before, the base could be a bit more compact, even despite these long distances, because you could make all the buildings like this. Anyway, we've got 1 minute left, so last shot look on the warfare stats. So we've got Klisic with almost 300 gold and about 35-ish iron troops. Teddy with just a couple iron troops, like 20, let's say, and something like 25 bows as well. Not too good, I'd say. Then we've got W33 with 60 leather units and 35 swordsmen, and Mitrelas, last but not least, 27 swords I saw, and I didn't notice the amount of leather. And
It's like
also
something like 40.
yeah, and I also didn't mention that both W33 and Mitrelas had 3 horses alike.
Actually, if we look at the statistics, the difference between Mithridates and Terry is something like 30 weapons total, so it's not that huge. But the problem is probably that in Mithridates barracks everything is balanced. Even sword, it's like probably necessity in 4 of them, so it's kind of nothing. But in Terry's things are, sorry for the joke, but terrible. I mean, it's not balanced at all.
Yeah. So the only chance for the top team is to sit tight and wait and hope that this will help.
And that's probably what you don't want to do with Town Hall. Wait and pray. Basically the last quarterfinal, so there will be one semi-final and then the grand final best of 3. So this game and 4 at maximum.
Yeah,
3 or 4.
So whoever wins the second semi-final, Ritter and Gross, they will play against für Deutschland, Bozo and Dontok.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting way for Deutschland to this grand final, I must say. It's like Bozo pressing X and winning. That's kind of nice. But actually, we cannot blame him because they are actually quite good in map analyzing. You know, they choose strategies like they are one step ahead of their opponents every time. They read map like really well, and they understand what they need to do. If they see that their opponents play 2 defaults, then Batso can allow himself just press X and probably run even in some other direction, but still they will win because they just use the advantages of the map.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because actually the Polish guys are pretty good at fighting, at least in my opinion. So if they had to show their fighting skills, I think they could also win with many of the teams here. But they don't have an opportunity so far because they usually have superior position or even superior spam.
Well, I cannot say it for sure because I know in the previous year I had a series of fighting tournaments. Like it was like 9 tournaments in a row in the half of a year, like short ones, but still. And well, about the team decisions, like pushing two against one, 2 versus 1, or something like that, that's probably true. But as for micro control, I cannot say that because how many times we have seen the picture of players making some anti-cavalry units which work probably almost 0 times because horses are always somewhere ahead of them. But probably if you play 10 games on even Coastal Encounter, you will not allow to do that every game just because you have some practice and understanding how to actually act
Yeah.
in such situations.
Yeah, there's also a difference between micro and macro fighting, I guess.
Yeah,
Uh,
micro is not the best hero for sure. Macro, maybe. Well, for example, what I told you about for Deutschland a few minutes ago, it's for sure about macro. And this is a good thing, for them at least. I cannot say the same about kind of big amount of other teams in this tournament. For example, Trash came to my stream after some time after their game in semifinals, and he told me that it's like Frozen Fjords is the map favorable for town hall strategies. Then I asked why he decided to play default. He just answered me that he fucked up. So what can I say?
oh well. Yeah, yesterday I started a game versus the Brazilians, and somehow uh, they had like 5 hours later time with the replay that got saved. I don't know how this would work, or I can't count.
There is also spreadsheet on Chilong, yeah, how it should be spelled, I don't know. But there is only first stage. He used, I mean, Thunder used this only for the Swiss stage.
This gives me an opportunity to check the list of people watching this. I'm just curious if we have something around 27 real viewers, or it's just.
Sorry, I
Okay.
missed that part.
I just didn't finish the sentence, or it's just a lot of bots.
Okay.
Only 4 bots, it's not that bad. Maybe 5. There's one unusual nickname too, but can't decipher it. So I'm guessing for the final game, we're going for a record. Just for the record, guys, if you try to beat the record from the previous tournaments, then I think for me it was something like 70 viewers.
Some of them on YouTube probably as well.
Yeah, we've got 10 people from YouTube and 17 people and bots from Twitch. Yeah, so far Mitrailus is doing well, so there's a high chance they will go forward.
And some people are watching Classic stream like 11 on Twitch from his perspective.
Okay, so let's see what happens after peacetime.
No scouts once again, even if this map is so big and favorable for scouts, but not today. The only player who actually made a scout for its purpose, for revealing the area for scouting, was Gross in his game against the Orcs on Silver Heaven.
Yeah.
Well, Terry needs something like 20 wooden weapons, surprisingly. Well, not that surprisingly after all, because after all of those issues with wood, he has been suffering during this game. Wood is also an issue.
But her wood production is not that bad now. She kinda caught up.
Now, but
Yeah.
well,
Obviously, yeah.
there are some tree trunks waiting for its destiny in the woodcutters, but I think there is not enough recruits because they are busy with something else.
Okay, so we've got around 30 crossbows and 36 bobs from Klisic. It's kinda fine.
-1, -2,
-2.
-3.
Nice.
Well, probably worth it, but I would probably prefer just to go forward and gain some more information. But 3 is kind of okay number.
Well, you can argue that on such an open map there will be plenty of opportunities to scout more, especially that this is played in 2v2 configuration, so it's really hard to block enemy scouts.
But to do so, you need those units who are actually revealing the area. For example, this right now is like a Terra Incognita for the top team, and it's kind of surprising because it's possible to reveal there, but Classic instead preferred to watch his left flank.
Yeah.
Classic is moving forward. Probably he wants to like frighten the opponents. Like, look, guys, we are going to actually rush you. Be aware of us and stay still while Terry is fixing this, fixing that, as soon as possible.
Yeah. Well,
so he's
this
just
is
pretending.
Yeah, this is the number one rule of fighting. If you have weaker army, don't let your enemy find out. Show bigger balls than you have.
But now he probably realized that there are two players which are coming against him, so it's difficult to act in such way any longer.
Yeah, a part of me hoped for seeing Classic try to assault
no.
them in dominance
no.
and storm attack.
Oh no.
Oh crap! That was really close for a storm
Really
attack,
close.
but
Yeah.
they don't see much. I mean, Michelas doesn't see
Yeah.
enough
Yeah.
to do this.
That's what actually saved Terry from that terrible mistake. And guys from the bottom still don't know about the exact numbers of Terry's armies. So they have no information, so they stay. There should be some manipulations, probably stop building stuff and something like that, blocking. Okay, storehouse is blocked. Because 90 serfs is not a bad number, but your city just doesn't work as intended. And building stuff is making everything even more difficult. Well, Mithrilus gained some information with that, those two knights, but still not enough. They might still be not sure about their abilities. Well, instead of building one extra armor smithy, he just blocked one weapon smithy. I don't like this decision, but the biggest problem is that he's suffering from food issues. Like, completely. He should trade something for food, I don't know. There is no need to trade it into extra gold ore, as his top gold mines are full of them. That's because metallurgians are hungry. They are not working. Some of them at least. Alteri is trying. Only 10 axes remain to unleash everything she has, but for now it's only 64 and she's behind for 30 units compared to Mithrilus.
If you want to have as many serfs as Klisic has, then you probably need that fourth farm and bakery.
Well, one farmer was hungry, he just died.
That explains a lot. Yeah, 3 should somewhat work, but 4 would be probably more safe for situations like the one you just described.
The picture is grim, I must say. It's
yeah.
just like this game in terms of army power. It really values those barbarians and something like that. But
look at the left. Look at the left. We've got an attack from Classic, and actually it's a good one. If Terry just keeps coming back and supporting Classic, it looks like a sandwich situation a bit.
But here Classic will be distracted by this spec here.
He won't. Michelas is too slow. This is quite good actually.
Yep, I must say. But it's not like an overwhelming win here for Classic. And I actually doubt that this is a win because it looks like it's not. Because I will tell later why, but the right flank is just not even.
It was a calculated risk, but it turned out pretty bad. Oh yeah.
GG.
Yeah. So why did this happen? Because I think I missed some key moment on the left side when W33 started being too good.
Well, the top team just played worse. I mean, the overall performance of Classic, after all, is probably not that bad. His army was good on PT, peacetime attack, but it's just Terry who failed here. So we just can't support him, and that's like a loss situation when you have to wait Terry to fix your problems, but you play against 2 defaults while having almost dead cities. So it's you who will feel worse
Yeah.
after all.
Yeah. I mean that's obvious for me, but I was wondering why exactly W33 won in the fight here, because at the start I thought Klisic will have an advantage.
And
Perhaps the
that's
fight
one.
was too long.
I have one simple answer to it, because barbarians have 4 health points. That's why they
Yeah.
just killed a lot of stuff with the 75% hit, like hit chance attack,
Mhm.
and they killed some stuff, and they had more health points, and then they just disappeared in one moment just because they died of arrows, because they had low HP. That's all. That's
Yeah.
what actually usually can happen with you. When
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
probably expect that barbarians will kill everyone and then they just disappear if they are under shoot or under in battle overall, and especially under some arrows.
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
That's exactly what I meant by saying that the fight was probably too long. I didn't notice, just need to quickly check what did W33 have, what kind of troops. It was mostly... Yeah, Sword Fighters, a couple X-Fighters. What kind of melee he had. So yeah,
Or
he was W33. Like,
some 6 land carriers, some X fighters like 19.
as well.
36 swordsmen, some 5 knights, so it's kinda enough to do so. Though I must say that swords is not the best option playing against Town Hall, because swords
Yeah.
are kind of vulnerable to X-bows. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's why I was a bit surprised that the fight was eventually won by W33 when I saw Klisic encircle his troops with his barbarians. I thought there would be a few quick kills, but eventually the fight was a bit too long, I guess, and in the end it was more important that barbs are vulnerable to archers.
Well, if you probably fight on even numbers like 70 to 70, then barbarians and X-bows are quite quick to finish off the army. But when you probably fight 100 versus 100, and actually W53 had more, then it's like fight is longer, so barbarians are just
Mm-hmm.
dying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So to defend this, you probably need more time and some kind of a convenient battlefield just to wait a bit.
Okay, so to finish this up, I'm showing what's ahead of us right now on my screen. So SoundCloud just won. They will play against Mutterland. So W33 and Mitrelas against Ritter and Grossmeister. And the second semi-final was already won by Bots and Don't Talk. So these two guys are waiting in the final. So we still have 3 games ahead of us in this tournament, and it will be over after that.
Yeah, as there will be no game for the third place, as Thunder said, so only 3.
Yep. Okay. I guess that's it.
I mean,
So
3 or
thanks.
4.
Sorry.
It,
Come again.
it can be 4 games.
Sorry, because the
But
final is best of
of
3.
3.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. Something I heavily disagree with, but okay. Yeah. All right. So thanks for watching. Thank you, Vovets, for commentating this game with me.
Yeah, thank you for inviting.
Yeah. So see you all. Bye bye.